Hello again, Pietro here, and I am the man with two watches, three watches actually right now, and I just want to tell my origin story and how I became the man with two watches. It actually started years ago, many years ago, and basically I had this idea that the device I was wearing, how accurate is it? And I questioned the accuracy of the fitness tracker I was wearing. And at the time, it wasn't the Fitbit One. That was one of my first ones. It was a Garmin Vivo Active. Yeah, it was a really basic one. And I just didn't think the step count was right. So then I strapped on another one, and years later, here I am wearing three watches and three rings. And do I have one on my sock? Yep, right there. The Amazfit Falcon. What a waste, right? Wearing this watch around my ankle. Anyway, and then I started doing comparison videos, and over 100 videos later, the man with two watches is still alive, I think. You know, people keep coming back and watching more videos, so thank you very much. All right, let me gather my thoughts here. Why wear two watches? Well, I was just watching an episode of Shark Tank, and it turns out Mr. Wonderful also wears two watches. He has a fancy smartwatch, an Apple Watch on one wrist, and on the other wrist, he has an analog Rolex or something like that. So that made me feel somewhat normalized, if I can say that. And the other thing that I like is when I'm wearing two watches, well, there's always a chance that one of them is going to be right. And as long as one of them is right, then I'm good. So something's always being tracked when you have two watches and three rings. So why Garmin and why Apple and why not Fitbit? Whoop. So this is the Fitbit Sense. I've reviewed that before, the 2.0. This is my trusty Apple Watch 6. I tried the Apple Watch 7, didn't like it, got rid of it. Tried the Apple Watch Ultra, it was defective, sent it back to Apple. And I don't know, I like the Apple Watch Ultra, but it just wasn't a quite fit. So Garmin, I really rely on for my workouts. I feel it has just everything I need when it comes to working out. Now, when it comes to sleep tracking, it's pretty good. Garmin still cannot track naps, so I really like Apple Watch and Auto Sleep. Auto Sleep just works great. And I'll show you a segment just a little bit about that, which I recorded earlier, which is between the dead air of the silly video I posted. Anyway, let me show you some of my favorite things about both watches. Here's one of the reasons I like right here. It's a smartwatch. Approaching your bedtime. Still want to resume later? Features like sleep and HRV status will not be tracked if an activity is paused over multiple days. So I can click back, resume later, and I'm going to get that each and every time because if I exit, it's almost bedtime. And it knows that because, well, it's a smartwatch. So if I go back, start my workout, stop my workout, and this is something new. They didn't have this, but I think they watched one of my videos and found that if you pause your video overnight, it cancels your sleep, and there's the little cool icon right there. Well done, Garmin, well done. So I'm actually gonna end activity. It was just a little treadmill workout. It was a perceived effort of 3, and I felt very strong because I was just walking. And there we go, there's my workout. And I love the recovery time that it gives me. Will it give me recovery time? 0 hours. That makes sense. I didn't go very far. The other reason I really like this watch is because it just works and the battery life is just awesome. Look at that. 13 days left, 54%. There's my sleep, which we'll go over in a little bit. I really like the Wi-Fi. So I was having problems with Bluetooth on the phone that this was connected to. It was synchronizing everything through Wi-Fi. It was awesome. They also really made this watch durable. I'll get questions on this. This is one of my Hemsut bands. There's a link in the description down below if you want to get one. Velcro, rugged, awesome. So this is a solar watch. It just has a nice military, tough look. And I've smacked this thing, I can't tell you how many times I've hit doors and who knows what else. And this thing just keeps on ticking. This is a watch face that comes right on the Phoenix. I just customized it with some nice colors. I also like just the screen itself. It's just awesome. I love not having to flick my wrist all day to see the time. And the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch, oh yeah, I can't take it off because then it asks me for my password. The Apple Watch is the ultimate communicator. It just works. And, you know, for setting timers and for finding out the weather and just having fun, doing quick replies, searching, music controls, it just works great. It really, really does. It's the perfect companion to this thing right here, my iPhone 12 mini. They just work hand in hand. So if you really want an awesome accessory to your iPhone, yeah. If I could somehow merge an Apple phone with a Garmin, that would make quite the marriage. This also tracks my naps, like I mentioned earlier. And this is my auto sleep. There's also Face ID. Here's the auto sleep app that I've been testing for many, well, actually over a year now. Now, auto sleep isn't going to show my latest one because it's after 9 o'clock, but here's a good night's rest right here on Wednesday. Oh yeah, Wednesday night was pretty good. 9 hours of sleep, has my sleep sessions, sleep rating, all that wonderful stuff. And then whenever you track naps, it logs that in your sleep sessions. You know, I don't have a nap right now, so you're just gonna have to trust me. Was it on Sunday that I took a nap? Anyway, yeah, you get the point. Garmin, you're getting there. And it's also fun to complete the rings. Garmin doesn't have the rings per se, but they do have lots of other cool things. Garmin is just fun. So here's this nice little cool badge that I just won because I did that short treadmill workout. So that's cool. And then they have just everything. I like the layout of Garmin. So here's my status, well recovered, has my sleep score, recovery time, HRV. Now if I go yesterday, my recovery time was 3 hours. Before that, yeah, it's just, I think it's really easy to use. It has body battery, stress, and it has intensity minutes, which I kind of would like Apple to do that one day, but that's for another video. And it counts floors quite accurately, and so does Apple. So I've been wearing both of these all day. Let's see how we're doing. So we have 6,707 steps, 5,000. Oh, that's because I was charging it for an hour. Bummer. 14 flights, 15 flights. Pretty good, pretty good. And the sleep's way off. This is the fun thing about the sleep, is if you think it's wrong, you can edit it. This is not as easy to do on Apple. So this is one thing Garmin does well. So I was actually awake till about 23:20. And then I woke up probably closer to 8:40. Save. So now it's going to quickly do some analysis. And my sleep score, is it going to go up? Yeah, 82. Very nice. That's a smartwatch right there. Long and calm nights of sleep like this will help restore energy levels. Yes, please. How cool is that? Now, if you try to do that on Apple, let's try. So we'll go to the sleep. Yeah, okay, I can go to info, show more sleep data. Not really seeing a way to edit that because you can't. You can on auto sleep, but I've already covered that. Fun stuff. The Man with Two Watches, origin story. Oh, This is my Kindle Scribe tablet that I've been reviewing, but that's for my other channel, Peter Herget and Gadgets Anonymous. So now we're going to travel back in time to this morning when I was initially making this video, and I'm going to show you kind of waking up with my two favorite watches. And one of the reasons I really like this Garmin watch, another Garmin watch, is when you wake up in the morning, it has the morning report, and that's just fun. So today is Saturday the 31st. We have to unlock it. Shows me the weather. My readiness score, 77. Okay. My base, cool. Thinks I should go run a 710 mile. And that is kilometers. So on any of these, you can click the button and it will tell you what it suggests to do. So that's pretty cool. So the morning report is interactive. 75 on sleep, interrupted. Wow, it thinks I went to bed for 10 hours. And then again, right there, we can scroll down. Fair, interrupted, lots of awake time. It actually counted some of my sleep while I was watching a movie. All right. And HRV, 26. The weather, 69 body battery, intensity minutes, 112. That's good. Yay, 19-day streak. And that gives me motivation. Today is your day. Let's get it. That's it. Cool. And on Apple, same thing. I can go right to the sleep app and view my stats. Awake, consistency over time, shows me my overall stages. So Apple was a lot better in not thinking I was asleep while I was watching a movie, where Garmin kind of made the mistake. So between the two, I can definitely balance out and get an accurate sleep score. And if I really need to, I can go to the rings. So that's why I wear two watches. One's always going to be right, give or take. The other reason, this one has just awesome battery life. 57%, I still have 13 days left. This one I charge just about every day. Yeah. And there we go. That's the origin story of the man with two watches, my alias. And when I'm not testing a Withings watch or a Fitbit or a Amazfit or a Polar or Suunto or Coros or what are the other ones? Samsung. These are the two watches I go with. These are my favorite two watches to wear, Garmin and Apple, and hopefully I explained why. I'll be doing a follow-up, like deep dive, probably like 30 or 40 things to know about the Garmin Fenix 7X. This is the charcoal gray one, in case you're wondering, and this is the Pacific Blue, again, Apple Watch 6 LTE. Oh, and that's the other reason why I wear the Apple Watch. When I go work out, I'll wear both of these. I can leave my phone behind, and then I can just run with this, and it's a phone as well. How can you beat that? And then you have all your music on there. It's great. You can store music on here. It's okay. It's a little bit cumbersome. It's not as smooth as doing music from your Apple Watch, especially since it enabled Spotify download. And if you click on over to Peter Herget and Gadgets Anonymous, you can watch a video about Spotify. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll put it in the description below. So why two channels? Why two watches? Why not? Yeah, why not? So that's it. That's my origin story. I wanted a backup, and now I have a backup. This one will last a good month. This one will last about 36 hours. So I can always tell the time, and I can always track my sleep and all that fun stuff. Thank you for the support. If you found this video useful, awesome. Pithy comments, type those down below, and feel free to browse more videos over on my other channel, Peter Herget and Gadgets Anonymous, if you want to know more about this thing right here, this Kindle Scribe electronic ink notebook, which I've now had for 30 days. Wow, that was a quick month. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. Here in Utah, it's 2112. So 9:12 p.m., so about less than 3 hours to go before the rollover into 2023. So I'll quickly edit this so you can watch it this year. Thank you so much for your support, and don't forget to run farther to go further in life. And yes, let those credits roll for the Paramount Kid. I'll see you again sometime in the next week or sooner. Goodbye. Well, that did not work as expected. I was recording with this, attached with this, attached with the same mic, and yeah, that didn't... I just played around with it for another 20 minutes. I can't get to work. All I configure is, all I can... Yeah, something's broken right here. All right. Well, thanks for watching. So... And yeah, that was an extra part that I'm just going to put at the end.